Hey, if you're over 50 and still haven't hit record on that YouTube channel you've been thinking about, you're not lazy, you're not behind, you're just human. And I've been there myself. What held me back wasn't the camera or the gear or even figuring out what I wanted to talk about. It was internal, mental, a wall I didn't know that I had. And that's surprising coming from someone like myself who's monetized multiple channels. I've used YouTube over my career to create over $1 million worth of commissions. And I've taught others how to do the exact same thing. But for this channel, the one where I show up as me, it took something deeper to finally start. This channel didn't begin with a perfectly planned content strategy. It started because I was in a business networking group encouraging another business owner, someone over 50 like myself, to stop hiding and start creating. And I realized something. I was the one that was actually hiding. So I walked out of the meeting, went home, turned on the camera, and finally practiced what I'd been preaching. So today, I'm going to show you the 3 mindset shifts that helped me finally start showing up. Not as a marketer, not as a coach, but as a human with something to say. And if you stick around to the end, I'll share the biggest thing I've learned since. The one realization that could finally push you to get started as well. Let's go to the whiteboard and I'll show you what shifted. So mind shift number 1 that I have gone through is I realized that I don't need to be an expert. I just need to be honest. People are looking for your honest story. This is one of the biggest things that I've gone through, one of the biggest mindset shifts that I've had. People are looking for real. They're looking for individuals that have experienced what they are facing, what they're going through. That fear of the unknown of what are the next steps. And if you have lived a life and you're over 50, you have experience that you would be able to share with others. What holds so many of us back is that we're looking to be perfectly polished. We have this idea with the Instagram influencers or others that we see on YouTube that things have to be exactly perfect in place. Well, individuals aren't looking for that. They're looking for real. They're looking for real life solutions to what's going on. If it has to do with their hobbies, they're looking for others that have a real passion that they have, not someone that's just trying to sell them. And you don't have to be the expert. You just have to be honest. If you're honest, if you can really truly let them know what you yourself have been through, the good, the bad, the ugly, and that will show up. That will resonate with them and they'll be able to relate to what you're doing. And that's going to build a community, that's going to build followers, and what YouTube is looking for, you'll then have subscriptions and views. When you stop trying to sound like a guru, when I stopped trying to sound like a guru, things became easier. I'm already doing this in my day-to-day life, going to a whiteboard and showing others. I don't need to be a guru. I just need to share what I know. And then suddenly it became easier to hit the record button. It was easier to post a video. It was easier to put together an outline and a script. And you know what? The views started to increase. The subscriber count started to increase, and YouTube was happy and I was happy. That was the first mindset shift that I've been through. If you've been waiting to get ready, or hoping that everything would magically fall into place, that's not the case. Start by being honest. Start by being authentic in yourself, and you'll be surprised what happens. The second mindset shift that I went through is getting past the they. What are they going to think about me? What are they going to comment? What are they going to say? And that mindset shift that I went through is that nobody is actually thinking about you as much as you think about yourself, or as much as you think that they are. Yes, you might get the offhanded comment about something that they'll say, "Why are you doing this?" Or "Who are you to say that?" People have opinions. They're going to share them. Yet most of the individuals are too busy with their own lives unless they share a common passion with you, unless they're looking for answers to your stories. Those individuals will find you, whether it be through search, whether it be through the YouTube algorithm, the algorithm going through and saying this video is about something, and here is an individual that has an interest in that. Let's go ahead and pair them up. That's how you get connected with the individuals that actually matter. If you're over 50, you know that people are busy enough that they don't really have a lot of time to be thinking about you and worried about your YouTube channel or whether or not it's going to be successful. They just really are not caught up in that. They are going to seek out those individuals that feed them. And those folks that are in your immediate surroundings are not your audience. Your audience is worldwide. Your audience is in the city next to you, in the state next to you, all across the country. And when you realize this, it becomes a mindset shift that you start to get out of your own way and that you actually start to take action. I had to come to this realization myself, and I say this with all love and caring. They really don't care about you. The individuals that do care about you, your tribe, your community is out there waiting for your message about how to cook things more effectively. If you're after 50 and you're focused on health and wellness, your tribe and your community will resonate with your message and they will be attracted to what you are saying. The theys are not as important as those folks that are going to be attracted to your channel. That was a big mindset shift for me to go through. When I made that mindset shift, I stopped overthinking and I stopped thinking about the worst thing that could happen and started to come from service, come from contribution, and think about the positive things that could happen by me actually taking the time to share my story. If I was so caught up here in thinking about what they would say, I would not be freed up to be able to get to the whiteboard and share my message, my experience. The last mindset shift that I went through, and I've already alluded to it, is I don't need everyone. I'm not trying to go viral. I'm not trying to have my video seen by millions and millions of people. I'm looking for those individuals that need the message. When I first started creating content, especially in the real estate field, I wanted everyone to see my videos. And if you stop and think about it, even that was a mindset shift that I've had to go through. Not everyone was going to be interested. Not everyone's looking to buy a home or sell a home at that particular time. This time is just like that time. I had to wrap my head around this and realize that I'm not looking to be a content channel for everyone. I'm looking for the right people. And I'm trusting YouTube. I'm trusting the steps that I can take to match me up with the right people. You're watching this video because you're over 50 and you're looking for tips of how to get started yourself. You're not looking to buy a home. You're not looking to sell a home. You're the right people that I need to be talking about. If I'm trying to do things to please everyone, I'll end up pleasing no one. I also face it that my message is not for the masses. There's a particular approach, there's a particular way to go about doing this, and that I am somebody that walks it through step by step. Others tend to wing it. They don't want to be shown every single step. They don't want to dive into what are the different mindset issues that they could be facing. There are some that just jump right in, and God love you, that you are the type of person that can do that. But if you're still watching, you're looking for some way, some strategy to break down the barriers that you're looking for. So with all three of these mindset issues of being honest, of not worrying about the they, and not working through everyone, think about an honest conversation that you could have with one individual or a small group. If you were sitting around having a cup of coffee, what would you share? How would you share it? If I was sitting with you and you wanted to share with me your passion for health and wellness, your passion for cooking, your passion for fishing, cars, cooking, how would you go about doing that? What type of conversation would we be having? It would be an honest conversation. We wouldn't care about anyone else or what they were thinking, or friends or family. We would be sharing, you'd be sharing your experience, your perspective, and it wouldn't be for everyone. It would be for the person sitting across the table from you. You know, I've been to a lot of conferences over the years. As part of Keller Williams, I've attended 2 or 3 national events every single year. On top of that, I've been to hospitality and campground industry conferences, coaching summits, networking retreats, you name it. But there's this one moment that I'll never forget. I was walking between sessions with a cup of coffee in hand, and I overheard 2 people talking. One of them said, honestly, I'd follow anyone who told the truth about what's working in their business. I don't need another guru. You know, that line has stuck with me for years. It hit me hard because I realized that's exactly what I've always done behind the scenes. I've trained, coached, mentored, implemented systems, but I wasn't sharing it publicly, especially not on video. Reflecting back on that, flipped a switch. People don't want perfect. They want practical. They want someone who's been in the trenches and is willing to share what's actually working, not some polished theory. So I stopped hiding. I started filming, and I leaned into the mindset that being helpful, honest, and experienced was more than enough. So if any part of this video spoke to you, if it felt even a flicker of maybe it's time for me, I want to help you take the next steps. I've put together a free Getting Started on YouTube After 50 guide. It's practical, no fluff, and based on what I've actually done, not theory. You can download it using the link below. And if you're a business owner or service professional and you're thinking, I should be doing this, but I don't know where to start, let's talk. You can schedule a time with me directly. No pressure, just real strategy and a clear starting point based on where you're at right now. YouTube has already helped me generate over $1 million in business, and now I want to help you unlock the same kind of visibility and opportunity, because your story, your experience, your knowledge, it matters. So let's get it out in the world.